This season on The Biggest Farm Bill Loser. Who will prevail in this life-changing contest?
I know it hurts, but you have to keep fighting!
Push it, push it, push it! Give me one more rep.
Let's meet the contestants. The American consumer, the independent farmer, and the corporate fat cat. America, it's your responsibility to decide who will emerge victorious from this Battle of the Bulge. The American consumer started her journey with optimal health and weight. At mealtimes, she enjoyed healthy foods from the independent farmer. That's because the U.S. Congress was making sure that farmer got a fair price for the food he grew. But as time went on, the American consumer's waistline bulged. That's because advertising made cheap processed foods more attractive. Products manufactured by, you guessed it, the corporate fat cat. And now, let's have a look at the independent farmer's journey. Decades ago, Congress started listening to companies that wanted cheap corn and soy for its processed foods and animal feed, and it stopped making markets work for farmers. Supply went up, prices kept falling and falling and falling. Under pressure to keep low prices from wiping out farmers, Uncle Sam promised that even if he kept growing and growing and growing, the government would try to make sure he didn't go out of business. Those subsidies may have kept the independent farmer afloat, but overproduction stuck him with ever-plummeting crop prices. The market was flooded with his commodity crops. And that brings us to our final contestant, the corporate fat cat, who was the true beneficiary of the overproduction of corn and soy. By cozying up to the government, the fat cat was able to manipulate cheaper prices for the crops and turn them into processed foods. He offered the independent farmer prices well below what it cost to produce, and the farmer was forced to take the low prices or close up shop. So there are your three contestants on this season of The Biggest Farm Bill Loser. Let's hear what our trainers think of the competition.
Well, Allison, the only way I see the corporate fat cat losing is for the U.S. government to stop rigging the game in his favor. If the farmer is to have a shot, the government must step in and make markets fair for farmers.
Yes! And the government is responsible for the fact that the American consumer is now relying on the corporate fat cat for cheap food. Now, the fat cat pays less for the key ingredients in processed foods, with the government making up the difference to farmers.
Right! And just remember, it's not the farmers getting rich off the subsidies. It's the fat cats getting rich off an unfair system!
So, America, who do you think has what it takes to survive? Will the underdogs, the American consumers, finally be able to find healthy options from independent farmers? Or will they be forced to continue down the path of overly processed food? Without Congress making sure there's a safety net to ensure a fair price for farmers, can independent farmers stay competitive in this game? Will the corporate fat cat's ability to outlast be dependent on their greasing the hands of politicians to keep the game fixed in favor of cheap corn and soy? We hope you enjoyed your sneak peek of this season's The Biggest Farm Bill Loser, a show that has changed countless lives. And to find out more how to demand a fair farm bill that can change your life and the lives of every American, visit foodandwaterwatch.org.